Welcome to the day 2 Odoo functional training series in manufacturing module. Hope everyone can hear my voice clearly. If you find any difficulty, please let me know by raising your hands or through the message which can find in your window right hand side. So myself Anis, Odoo functional consultant here in Cybrosys. So in today's sessions, we will be discussing about what is OEE, then what is MPS, what is manufacturing master production schedule, then MTBF and MTTR and PLM, and and also we will be discussing about the other areas in manufacturing. So what is OEE? So OEE is nothing but overall equipment efficiency is a gold standard of measuring manufacturing productivity. Simply, it defines the percentage of manufacturing time that is truly productive. A OEE score of 100% means that you are manufacturing only the good parts, or you're manufacturing whatever the goods you are manufacturing, it is in quality and it is very fast, that is as fast as possible with no stop time. In the language of OEE, that means 100% quality, 100% perform, then 100% availability. Measuring OEE is a manufacturing best practice. By measuring OEE and the underlying losses, you will gain important insight on how to systematically improve the manufacturing process. OEE is the single best metric for identifying losses, then benchmarking progress and improving the productivity of manufacturing equipments, etc. So an OEE of 100% means that you are only producing the good products, that is 100% of quality, at maximum speed, that is 100% of performance, that is your work center is 100% performance and effective, and without any interruption. There is no loss or there is no maintenance or something like that for this particular machine. So let's see the maintenance module. So you can find the OEE in the manufacturing. So once you click on the manufacturing, you can find the OEE. The value is 96.88. So this is effective one, but the thing is we have some losses here. Maybe it is due to the like maintenance of this work center, or maybe some product were not good products, so it will be loss or something like that. So it depends upon your work center. So work center or the business into which you are because in some work center or some manufacturing industry, once the production is scheduled and once it is completed, then this should be cleaned, and before starting there should be an cleaning, etc. So this process will also be have effect in OEE. So it is based on your industry, and based on that we will be setting up in the work center. So in simple, if OEE is 100%, then it is good. Let's see the maintenance module. So we have discussed a little bit of maintenance module yesterday. So today we can just discuss the others. So you can find the maintenance teams here. So in each maintenance team, you can just find it here. So to create a maintenance team, you can just go to the configuration and maintenance team. So under that, you can just create the maintenance team and the maintenance members, team members who belongs to the particular team, then the company details. So let me activate the developer mode before. So we'll be having more options there. Activate the developer mode, maintenance. So right now you can just find the maintenance stages, activity types, etc. So you can find all the maintenance teams here. So let's see what all the options available in configuration. Maintenance team, so we have already discussed. Then equipment categories, so we have discussed about this yesterday in our last webinar. Then the maintenance stages, so you can create the maintenance stages here and you can just mark it as request done or something like that. Then we have activity types, so you can create the activities based on your requirement. So those two we have discussed yesterday. Then in maintenance team dashboard, you can just find the internal maintenance. So based on your maintenance, you can just find the for to do and everything. You can just find it there. So to create a new maintenance, you can just directly create it from here or just go to maintenance request. So you can just create a new maintenance. So maintenance for work center one. Then you can just provide the created by, so who is creating this one. Then we have a equipment, so if you have any equipments here, you can just provide the equipment name. So I'm just providing the work center, just okay, for I will remove the work center. So as of now I'm not just managing the work center here, so I just want to equipment, this equipment maintenance request for this equipments. So requested date, by default today's date will be selected. This is an non-editable field. Then you can just find the maintenance type here, corrective and preventive. So hope this also we have discussed yesterday. Then we have the manufacturing orders. So based on your manufacturing orders, you can just find the manufacturing orders here. So based on that, you can just select the work order also. So we can find the work order here. Then we have the team as internal maintenance, metrology, and subcontracting. I mean subcontractor. So then the responsible person for that one. Then the schedule date. So based on this, you will be getting in the dashboard. So schedule date. So when it is scheduled, and based on that priority, everything you can just find it here. So once you click on the dashboard, you can just find the scheduled, top priorities, blocked, unscheduled. So if it is unscheduled, you can just find it here. So schedule date is not provided. If you provide the schedule date, now you can find the scheduled too. So if it is unscheduled, we haven't provided the things. So if you provide the priority, so I'm just providing the priority, then you can just find the top priority as one. So if once you click on that one, it will be showing the top priority one. So based on that, we have scheduled, top priority, blocked, and unscheduled one. So once we have created provided all the required details, so how many duration it is required, then priority, mail, then manufacturing order, etc. Everything is provided. Then it is like as we use in CRM and everywhere, we can just transfer from one stage to another stage. So basically, new request, in progress, repaired, and scrap. So if it is repaired, you can just change to repaired maintenance. I mean stage. And we have a maintenance calendar here. So under maintenance calendar, you can find all the maintenance scheduled days here. So based on the details, you can just find it here. So you can find the details calendar view here. Then we have the equipments. So under equipments, we have a work center and machinery. So work centers, we can just find all the work centers here. Or else if you want to create a new work center, you can just create it here itself. And you can just find the OWE percentage and performance of this work center. So it is the same work center which we have already seen in manufacturing. So once we install the maintenance, so the same feature will be available in maintenance too, as this is internally integrated. Then we have machines and tools. So if you want any machineries or tools to be added, so it may be your work center machinery or any other your equipments, you can just add it from here. So you can just create the equipments here. So you can just provide the equipment name. So I'm just providing creating an equipment called IoT box or something like that. IoT box. So equipment categories. So what is the equipment categories it is? So you can just select it from here. If not, you can just create it. So in my case, I'm just providing it as a machine or as machine. So then the company name, then used by department or employee or other. So if it is a department, you can just select the department. So if it is an employee, you can just select the particular employee. If it is others, then you can just provide these two details. For example, you can also select the employee and also the department. So there is no much things here. So if it is an employee, you can just find it in the employee view. That is the employee form too. Then we have maintenance team. So under maintenance team, you can just select the maintenance team to which you are assigning this one. And we have the technician name, then the assigned date. Then if it is scrapped, we have to provide this scrapped date. Then used in location, which location it is used. And if it is used in the work center, you can just provide the work center too. So if you are selecting the work center, you can just find it there, work center smart button here. So once you remove that one, it will be removed from here too. Then we have a description, then the product information tab. So under product information tab, you can just provide the vendor details such as a vendor name, vendor reference number, model, serial number of the particular product, then the effective date, then cost of that particular product, and the warranty expiry date. Then in maintenance, you can just provide the next preventive maintenance. So preventive maintenance is nothing but when it should be preventive maintenance, nothing but like we are just preventing the machine from getting it some problem. So actually this type of preventive maintenance is normally taken place in the manufacturing sector. Whenever they're like 3 months or yearly, they will be having a preventive maintenance. So the machinery will not stuck in their day-to-day life. So we have a preventive maintenance. So by default, it will be showing if we have already provided. So we can just provide the preventive maintenance. So after how many days, like that, you can just provide. So if it is a one, you can just provide the 1 or 2 days. Then maintenance duration. So how many time the duration will be. So this maintenance will be like 30 minutes or 1 hour or 1 day, etc. So normally here the preventive maintenance is provided based on the days and the maintenance duration is based on the hours. Then we have expected mean time between failure. So this is one of the important things in here. So we'll give more detail on this one. So because expected mean time between failure is nothing but, so it is a metric that concern the average time elapsed between a failure and the next time it occurs. So normally we call it as a MT, expected MT BF. So this is nothing but an metric that concern the average time elapsed between a failure and the next time it occurs. This lapses of time can be calculated by using a formula. So whereas MTTR, so normally MTTR, that is the mean time to repair, is the time it takes to run a repair after the occurrence of the failure. That is, it is the time spent during the intervention of a or in a given process. So the difference of MTTB then MTTR and MTTF are that let's take we are dealing with a system, facilities or equipments or something like that, process that can be repaired. If we are taking about something irreparable, the correct KPI would be the MTTF. Differentiating this concept is essential for a business of all sectors, especially those working in high availability environment where the failure can result in a large losses. Because normally, if it is any machinery or equipment is lost in a manufacturing sector, it will produce an high loss for them. So this type of like a MTBF, MTTR, MTTF, everything should be considered in this case. So this everything is by default set in Odoo. So based on the formula which I have already applied in the code. So this maintenance can be used for your internal work centers or any missionaries available in your company, etc. So mostly this will be useful in the case of manufacturing. So if you're not into the manufacturing sector and you want to manage your computer system, laptops and other machineries like printers, etc., then you can also use this maintenance module. So this is an not an manufacturing based module, so you can just use for other purpose too. So the main aim is to the maintenance of the work center of manufacturing. Then we have a reporting. So under reporting, you can find all the maintenance request details here. So then configuration. So we have already seen the configuration here. So if you take these settings, that is the user rights, manage users. So you can find the maintenance, that is equipment manager we have. Equipment manager we have. So only one option is available here, that is the equipment manager. So he will be having all the access to that. And for manufacturing, we have users and administrator. And for PLM also we have user and administrator. For quality we have user and administrator, but in the case of maintenance we have only the manager. So next, let's see what is MPS, that is master production schedule. So master production schedule is one of the feature of Odoo enterprise manufacturing module. So many manufacturing unit practice this method of make to stock or so as to fulfill the customer demands. So MTS briefly explain, make to stock is a strategy used by manufacturing companies in order to fulfill the future demand of products. So if we take the case of manufacturing industry, we often see that companies produces products in bulk and later sell them. But in the case of MTS, the company analyzes the future demand of the product and correspondingly make the product. For example, you are into an production industry, so your production will be rise in the month of or in a particular month. So based on that, you can just produce the or you can just manufacture. So because your work center will be having capacity of manufacturing 100 products a month, but in the month of June or July you will be requiring like 700 or 800 products. So it is not possible for you to just manufacturing in a day or in a month or things. So this need to be planned. So there are certain businesses which are like this. So in other words, we can say that MTS strategy, the organization produces product without the manufacturing order rather than just forecasting future demands. In the case of an example, raincoat, during monsoon season, raincoats doesn't have high demands. Thus, production has to be increased during that season. So this type of things can be managed in Odoo. So here, let's see how MPS is working in Odoo manufacturing. So to activate this MPS, you need to first go to the configuration settings. Then under planning, you can just find the master production schedule. So I have already activated this one in my database. So this is the option to activate the MPS. So you can find the number of columns that monthly, weekly, etc. it is required. So based on your requirement, you can just provide that one. Then there you have the security lead time. So once you activate this one, please don't forget to save this one, because if you don't save this one, then the option will not be activated in your database. So click on save. So MPS has been activated in your database. Now go to the planning. So under planning, you can just find a master production schedule. So click on that one. There you can find the details. So I have provided it as weekly basis. That's why it is showing as weekly. So if it is a monthly, you can just, it will be showing the monthly things. So you can just add a product from here. So if it is already in some product, if you record, you can just add the product from there. So you can find all the existing products which we have already added here. So you can find the product bolt which I have already added. So here you have many things. So it is showing something in green and some in red color. So let's see what all this and how this, for what purpose this is used. So let's consider we have already added the product and everything. So let's consider the customizable desk or desk combination. So here you can just find the starting inventory. So this is starting inventory. So starting inventory is nothing but it is considered as the opening stock of that for the week, much like the forecast inventory of the previous week. So right now we don't have anything here. So for office year, you can just find the starting inventory as 10. So this will not be having any stock in. That's why it is showing. So then demand forecast. So demand forecast, it is a forecasted demand for the current week of the product. So for current week, how many forecast we have, it will be showing here. Then we have a to replenish. So here we can update the product quantity by clicking the replenish button here. So we can just update the quantity. So how many we record or to we need to replenish. Then we have the forecasted stock. So by default, the Odoo, once we added the replenish, it will be showing the forecasted stock, how much we need to produce. So you can find that all the productions, what we need to be handled. So whenever we had a product, we have a option called safety stock, then minimum to replenish and a maximum to replenish. So safety stock target is nothing but this is the stock of product we keep as a safety in terms of contingency. For that we keep a targeted stock. So then we have an option called the minimum to replenish. So it means when the product reaches the minimum quantity, we set a manufacturing order by clicking the replenish button. Then maximum to replenish, it is the product quantity we can replenish the maximum quantity. I mean maximum. Then we have forecast the forecasted stock, which we have already said. It is the stock we target to have in the inventory at the end of the week. So based on the right now we have provided week. So if it is in month, it will be based on the month as we said. So here the calculation is forecasted quantity equal to starting inventory minus demand forecast minus if there is any indirect demand. You can find the indirect demands here. So minus indirect demand plus to replenish. So forecasted quantity is equal to starting inventory minus demanded forecast minus indirect demand plus to replenish. So if you need any some this calculation, how this calculation, you can check our blog. So we have our own blogs in for this master production schedule. You can check that blog, or you can just contact us directly in odoo@cybrosys.com too. The next thing what we are going to say is the PLM. So PLM is also an another module which we have in Odoo. So this is also an enterprise feature. So normally PLM is used for like eco changes, that is engineering order changes. So if you have already created some product and there is some changes for that one, so then the product lifecycle management module, PLM module, can be used. So as we have seen, as the name implies, engineering change orders, that is eco, or the procedure to carry for an applying changes in the product components assembly or something like that. For example, you have assembled a table, so in some cases the measurement of the table should be rechanged or changed. So in that case you can just use the PLM module, so it will be easy for you to manage the things. So changes can be with the respect of the process or the work instruction or changes in the specification. For instance, if the existing BOM for a product is not available in the market and on has to update the BOM, so here one has to use the echo. So to configuration for configuration configuring the PLM module, install the manufacturing module as well as the PLM module. So to use this PLM, it have dependency with the manufacturing module, so you need to use the module. So the available option under PLMR includes overview. So here you can just have see all the engineering changes order. So right now we have 0 changes. So you can, once you click on this one, you can just find all the engineering changes order, type and number of that going in each echo. So to create, you can just click on the new option, create. So you can just provide a short summary eco test. I'm just providing as eco test. So it is based on the product or something like that. So type new product introduction, then product only, bill of material, rounding, or BM routing. So based on this steps, you can just use this PLM. So we will be discussing this later. Then we can just add the products here, then the bill of material, then the routing if anything. Then we can find the notes approval. So if there is any approval process for this one, you can just add that one. Then the extra information. So if you go to this changes, you can just find all the stages here and created orders, eco orders here. Then under master data, you have the product, bill of material, routing, work center. So we have already discussed this one. Then under reporting, we have a eco. And if you go to the configuration, you can find the eco stages. So you can just create a stages, and for each stages, we can just provide the approval for that stages. So you can just add the roles, then the users. So then the approval is required or not. Then we have eco types. So what are the eco types we have, you can just create. So based on that, whenever we create a new one, you can just find the types here. Then we have eco tags. So you can just create a multiple tags here. So it is easy for you to search and easy for you to understand, or your employee to understand the details. So let's create an test one. Then we have a type. So already we discussed. Then we have apply on product only, bill of material, routing, BOM, routing. So normally if you want to apply this only for a product, single product, you can just select the product. So if it is based on a bill of material, so you have already added a bill of material. So you can just select a bill of material, or if it is a routing, you can just select the routing. So based on that, the routing, you can just select it here. And if it's BOM and routing, you can select the product, BOM and routing here. So it is utilizing this option, one can decide where the order has to be applied. Apply on product only, BOM, routing, BOM and routing, etc. Then we have a company, then efficiency. So I mean, sorry, effectivity as soon as possible at a date. So if you provide at a date, you can just provide the date manually. So as soon as possible, by default, Odoo will supply the data based on that one. Then you can just add the tags here. Then in approval, what are the approval we have up already for this one, it will be automatically added here. Then the under extra information, you can just provide the email. So I'm just selecting an acoustic block screen, engineering change orders for this one. So save, start revision, update document. So you can just create an documents here based on your requirement, if anything. If not, you can just change it to in progress. So once you log into this PLM, you can find this stages. So one under which stage it is having. And if you want to add some priority or something like that, you can just add the priority here too. And if you want to schedule an activity to your colleague, you can just use this activity option. And we have an option called ready for the next stage, or we can just set it here. So these are the main things what we have in the PLM. So it is mainly used for the any engineering changes which should be added. So you can also set an email ID for this particular PLM. So whenever you send some mail, so it will be based on this, it will be echo will be added. So the next module is the quality management. So under quality management, you can just find the overview. Then the quality control. Under quality control, we have a control points, quality checks, quality alert. Then reporting, we have based on the quality check and based on the quality alert. So under configuration, you have option to create the quality team, then stages and tags. So let's see the how to create and stages and tags in quality. So first, let's see how to create a quality team. So you can just create a quality team here, main quality. So then email alias, as we've seen in every stages in CRM, then manufacturing everywhere. So we can just create a email alias here. So this quality will be created. That is quality control. That is request will be created. Then we have an option to authenticate the email or to limit the email from to whom we from which person while receiving the mail we should create the QC. So normally we can just have a 3-4 options here. So we can select it from everyone. So whenever anyone sent, it will be created. The authenticated partners. So if it is an authenticated partner, you can just provide. So then we have a followers only. So in that case, you need to add the followers here. Then authenticated employee. So only your company employee will be company employee. Whenever your company employees send mail to this email, then it will be created. Then we have the company. So this is the multi-company option. So if you have set the multi-company in your database, you need to select to which company this is applicable. Otherwise, this will be applicable for all the companies in that database. So then the next option is stages. So you can just create new stages from here. So you can provide the stage name, then it should be fold, or then this is the alert process. So if it is this is the end and you need to alert the process, you need to select this boolean. Then we have a prioritizing the stages. So if you want to change the sequence of this stage, you can just use this option, drag and drop option, and you can just drag the. Then we have the quality tags. So you can create multiple tags from here. So you can create the tags here. So based on your requirement, I'm just creating QC. So once you go to the overview, you can just find the dashboard having based on their quality team. So main quality team, you can just find it here. So under that, how many QC that is alert have been created. So you can just create it from here. So you can just directly create it from here, or just you can go to the quality alert and you can just create it from there. Then we have quality control point. So what are the quality control points we have? You can just select it from here. You can just create a quality control from here. That is based on the points. So you can just provide the title here, then the product, then the product variant, then the operation. So if it is an company receipt delivery order manufacturing, so normally this will be used in the case of like general trading, for example. So you will be checking whenever you are you will be you receive a product from the provider, vendor, a purchaser. So once you receive the product, you can just select the based on. So you can just create the operation types here. So it is from receipt or delivery order. Even this can be used for your at the time of delivery. So you can just select the based on your requirement. So you can just set the operation type here. Then we have the company. Then we have the control type. So control type, we have three options. That is now we shall quality control points here. So we will discuss this control points here. So right now we are in control points. So sorry. So sorry. Control points means control types means. So how this control should be. So it should be for every product, or it should be a random process. Maybe in a batch you can just check one or two randomly, or it is a periodic one. So if it is a periodic one, you can just provide the details based on your frequency, based on days or hours or something like that. Then we have the type. So the type should be like text. You want to provide a text, that is to enter, the user need to enter some text, or you want to take a picture. So if you have IoT subscription and IoT box, then you can use this take a picture with the help of the IoT. You can just use a webcam or something like that, and you can just grab the picture. Then we have a pass or fail. So by default, the user can set it is a pass or fail. So based on that, it will be alerting. Then we have a measurement. So measurement, we can just set the measurement here. So if the measurement entered by the user is same, then it will be passing the QC. Otherwise, it will be failed. So I'm just providing here text, not demo. Then we have instructions and notes. So I'm just saving this one. Okay, operation types. So quality points I have created. The next is quality check. So I'm creating a new quality check. So the product which I quality points test. So acoustic block screen. So I'm just copying this product. So I'm just changing this periodic to all operations. So it will be, see, so quality check. So once it is created, you can just go to the quality check and create a quality check. So enter, select that product. That is your warehouse team or the person who is think this should be using acoustic block screen. Acoustic block screen white. So once I select that one, you can just provide the lot number if anything, then the picking. So from which picking it should be. So I have already provided the details here in the quality points. So based on the operation, it will be showing the picking or manufacturing or anything else. So you can just find the quality. So we have already created the quality there. So you can just select the details here if not. So you can find the quality points here. So once you remove this one, you can just find the QCP 000012. So if you select that one, the by default the product will be selected here. So you can just create that one. So we can find the test here. So by default the product and everything has been selected. Now we need to select the only picking up, picking which from which delivery out we need this operations. So you can find the changes here, that is pass and fail. So if I click on this one, so if I change this to a measure, I'm just providing norms here, 10 tolerance, 5 to 10, save. Once I click 0, 1, 2, save, pass. So I will create a new one, QCP, QCP 0. So now you can find the measures here. So if the measures is 1, it will not be saving this thing. So pass. So if it is strict, you can just provide the like in which measurement it should be passed. You can just set the details here in the control point. So if you have provided like 10, then the average and everything, you can just find it here itself. And you can also set the, message failure and the notes for the particular QC. So if you want to alert the make alert, you can just select the make alert. So by default, it will be going to the, you see, you can just find it the quality alerts here. So by default, it will be going to the quality alerts. So once if you click there, you can just find the details here. So how it should be, the alert should be processed. So if you have any process for this one, you can just manage that quality alert process here. So if it is solved, you can just find the solved. So it is like a rechecking. So once if you the QC is while doing the QC, that is a quality check. So if there is anything should be managed, you can use the quality alert option. So by using this quality alert, you can change that one, or you can just return that to a vendor or something like that. So these are the main things used in the manufacturing sector. So if you want, you can just use a standalone like a manufacturing, and if you record this PLM quality and maintenance, etc., you can just use it. So whenever this for manufacturing, the record modules are invoicing, then inventory, and purchasing. So purchasing is not record. So if you're using the other modules, then it will be records. To know more about that one, you can just select the apps and you can search for manufacturing. Under manufacturing, you can just find the dependencies details. So if you click on the module information, you can just find the details here. So if it have any dependency, it will be showing it here. So if you have any record any clarification on anything, you can just directly write us to Odoo at Cybrosys. So meanwhile, if you want to refer our video, you can just check out our videos in our YouTube channel. So you can find all the technical and functional training videos there from every module of Odoo. Plus, if you go to our blog section, you can also find all the details related to Odoo. So you can just click, go to www.cybrosys.com. You can find the blogs here. So once you click on the blogs, you can just use the software search title. So based on the manufacturing or any other module, you can just use. So manufacturing in Odoo 13. So if you are just searching related to only Odoo 13, so you can just search based on the tag, and you can also use the other thing. So if you want all the blogs related to manufacturing, you can just search based on that one. So all the manufacturing blogs will be available here. So thanks for attending today's session. So we will be winding off today's session. So if anyone have any questions, can just write to us at odoo@cybrosys.com, or you can just chat here, the chat options.